What is going on, everybody? How are you guys today? Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to the live stream. I want to tell you guys a little bit about what makes people click on your ads and how to fix it. So if your ads are not working, they have low CTR, or you're spending a lot of money per lead, you're spending a lot of money per click, this is what you want to do to actually fix that. What's up, Chad? How are you doing? Now, with that being said, I'm taking a really small group of people during the second week of January. It's going to be a 6-week long workshop where I'm going to show you everything that I know about Facebook ads, from how to launch campaigns, how to prune it, and updated techniques so that you can actually take your Facebook ads to the next level. So if you're interested in joining, it's going to be a really small group. This is mostly a test. So if you're interested in joining, send me a message, DM me personally, comment below, or DM the page, and I'll reach out with some more details. Super fancy sales process, I know. Anyways, what's up, Chad? How are you doing, brother? All right, cool. So with that being said, let's talk about what make people click on your ads. If you have been scrolling through your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed, you will notice that your images take 80% of the real estate of your ad. That means that the first thing that people see is the image, okay? And the image will 9 times out of 10 will make people click or scroll past your ads. All right, so that is the first thing that you want to consider when you're running your Facebook ads. And if your ads are not working, it might be the image. Change the image and you will have 80% of your ad equation in check. Now, great images have a couple things in common, okay? So for instance, I'm working with SaaS right now. I'm advising them on Facebook ads, and what we did is they're running ads to a 7-day mini course that they're doing on social media. Okay, they have a social media tool, so at the end of the course they will sell the tool, right? And what happened is that they were running ads for that social media course, the 7-day mini course or whatever, which is pretty cool, by the way, but people weren't opting in, or they weren't even clicking on the ads. And what happened is that I started, going through the funnel. They were getting a lot of people signing up for the tool using that mini course. So what I wanted to do is to actually get more leads through that funnel, right? So what I did was to get access to their ad account. And I went through the ads, and I noticed that the ads had a really low CTR, or rather unique outbound CTR, which is how many people see the ad versus how many people click on the ad, right? So I started looking at that, and I say, okay, they were paying anywhere between $10 to $12 to $15 per lead, which is, in my opinion, a lot of money for a free lead, okay? Somebody that's opting in for free. So what we did was to change the only thing that I did basically was to change the image. They were using this stock photography. They were using these super polished images and models and whatnot. And what I did was to actually change that, okay? What I asked them, the first thing that I asked them was to send me team pictures, like pictures of their team, like photographs of their team members, people behind the tool. And they sent me these great pictures. And what I did was to download them. And I did a couple things. So the first thing that I did was to download the images, the best images that I could find. And these are people, having fun. They were on a retreat in an exotic place and whatnot. So they were basically signaling their benefits of using their tool, right? So because what their tool does is they automate their social media, right? So if you go into that tool, you can automate your social media profile. So that resembles freedom, that resembles success without you having to be glued to the phone or to the computer, whatever that is. So what I did was to download the images from the team. They were on a retreat. They were on this exotic place, which was awesome. And what I did was to crop them to square. The first thing that you always want to do with your Facebook images or Instagram images is to crop them so that they're square. The best size for your images is 1200 pixels by 1200 pixels. That's a square image. And the reason why is because they will look better on mobile devices, which is 80% of the traffic that you will get to your page or to your funnels is mobile devices. So you want to crop your images to square. In fact, you can do that from your Facebook Ads Manager natively. But what I did was to not only download the picture, crop them to square, but also I did 2 variations of the image. The first variation was a black and white variation. I just grabbed the image, turned it into black and white. That was variation number 1. Variation number 2 is from the original image, I jacked up the contrast. I increased the contrast to the max. And I did this by using Photoshop, but you can do this by using Canva or something similar, okay? You don't have to be a design person. I'm not a design person. So it's just like 2 things that you need to do. Crop the image to square and make sure that you're using black and white and high contrast image. For some reason, the background on Instagram, and well, Instagram now you can see the background either light or dark, but this still works. Facebook is still like white background, and for some reason black and white images, they work really well. And also something else to consider is that high contrast image, they also work really well. So if you increase the CTR in your images, that will and then you keep everything else the same, you don't change the copy, you don't change anything, most often than not, your CTR will go up, your CPC will go down, and your cost per acquisition will go down. What we did was, just by changing that one thing, we kept everything the same, landing page is the same, copy on the ads is the same, everything else is the same. What I did is just change the images, refresh the ads, and we went from $10 to $12 to $4 per lead. Just by doing that thing alone, okay? Just by doing that one thing alone, we went from $10 to $12 to $15 in some cases to anywhere between $4 to $5 per lead, which is great because now we have 2 to 3 times as much people going through that funnel. They're getting 2 to 3 times as many signups on the back end, and we haven't changed anything else. We haven't spent more money on ads. We haven't changed anything else. So if you're going to change one thing in your ads, make sure that you focus on the image. And again, crop them to square, make sure that they're black and white and they're high contrast, and you can do this with canva.com, which is pretty awesome, okay? So that is one of the things that we're gonna be covering in the workshop. Again, I have like a million different techniques that I wanna share with you. This is mostly a test, so it's not gonna be like huge. There's only like 10 people there, and I'm down to 4, maybe 3 spots left. So if you want me to personally walk you through the next 6 weeks, we're starting on the 2nd week of January. So this is going to be live. And we're going to have one live class per week and one live Q&A per week. So you can come in and ask all of your questions. I can go through your funnels, through your ads and whatnot, make them better. So make sure that you drop a comment. If you're interested, contact me directly, contact the page, DM me. This is a super fancy sales process, but go ahead and do that so I can shoot you more details. I'll tell you, and it's also really inexpensive as well. So anyway, because this is a test, this is the first time that I'm doing it. All right, guys? So hope that you guys have an amazing week. Have a great beginning of the year, and I'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Bye-bye.